Hello, my name is Terry Michelle, and today I want to share a little about my experience with COVID-19. I woke up one day not feeling well and pretty much slept the whole day. The following day, I had a high fever all that day. The third day, I called for an ambulance and they took me to Kaiser Hospital. After I was diagnosed, I was sent home with instructions to stay quarantined. The very next day, I received a call from Kaiser telling me to return to the hospital. My daughter took me back to the hospital, and it was then that the effort to save my life began. I had double pneumonia along with COVID-19. My heart was in trouble, and a breathing mask was placed on my head. I was admitted into the hospital. It is here that the panic begins. As I lay there, I became very emotional and the mask was uncomfortable. The picture you see shows the second mask that I was given. As they were trying to find a good fit for me, I just, lay there and, I even told the nurse that was by my side, like, can you just tell the doctor that I am having, a panic attack? Can you give me something to calm my nerves down? It was just really scary for me. And she kept telling me, you have to keep the mask on. You have to keep the mask on. We'll have to intubate you. And you don't want that. We're going to have to go down your throat. You don't want that. So keep the mask on. I lost the battle to remain calm. I slept for 13 days. And it was a fight for my life. I was in intensive care unit with high blood pressure, a serious load of antibiotics, and a family under extreme distress. My mom had just passed away a week and a half before my diagnosis. Now, to give you what I know about COVID toe, it is signified by a purple circle or ring on the big toe and could also affect the other toes. But for me, it was on my left big toe. It's very painful. The pain woke me up while I was in rehabilitation facility following my 1 month stay at Kaiser. I had no voice because of the intubator. All I could do was whisper and point. And as we tried to figure out what could have happened to my toe, over the course of 3 days, we were just at a loss. We were just, at a loss. I thought for sure I'd been bit by a spider. They just kept ruling that out, no matter how much. Like I said, look at this circle. It looks like an insertion, a bite of some sort. Well, after ruling out the spider bites, gout, injury, um, because I hadn't been on my feet, so some nurses thought you might have stumped your toe or stepped on something. So I haven't walked in over a month. I've been in the bed. So they did X-rays, MRIs, and we were left to think that somehow this is a side effect of having COVID-19. No one can predict how long this condition will last. It most likely will differ from person to person. Now, once I was ready to take food by mouth, the hospital put me on a liquid only. This is before I was transferred to the rehabilitation facility. The water, however, needed to be thick, so that really took some getting used to drinking thick water. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but my throat could not handle the thinness of water because it would cause me to choke. So besides losing my voice, I also lost my sense of taste. And, I had my sister do some research for me, and she came back with apple cider vinegar and peanut butter. I asked my son to bring both items to the rehab center. And the day after taking a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in some water, about 16 ounces of water, and eating a teaspoon of peanut butter, I saw results the very next day. Very, very helpful. As I continue, with my experience with COVID-19, I, want to cover everything, and losing my hair was one of them. I was born with lots of strands of hair, not thick hair, just plenty of strands of hair. And the first time I combed my hair while I was still in the rehab facility, I thought the excessive amount of hair that was coming out was due to the fact that it hadn't been combed in a few months. When I got home from rehab and sat down in front of the mirror and combed my hair for a second time, a lot of hair came out. A lot of hair. I waited a week before I combed my hair again, and yes, another massive amount of hair came out. I'm about to cry real tears. Thankfully, the third time was the last time I combed out a significant amount of hair. I am alive and well. I was sent home with a walker, a wheelchair, and home care. If you can see the picture over in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see my two little braids that I have. My hair is really, really thin, as opposed to the bigger picture where there was just lots of hair. Subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful, and share it with anyone you believe may benefit from hearing my story. Thank you.